Inflation has been a hot topic of discussion in recent times as the United States grapples with rising prices across various sectors of the economy. The latest New York Fed survey has shed light on the sentiments and expectations of Americans when it comes to ongoing inflationary pressures. So, according to the survey, many Americans believe that high inflation is here to stay for the foreseeable future. This sentiment is reflective of the challenges that the nation's consumers, businesses, and policymakers are currently facing as they navigate this economic landscape. So let's understand the New York Fed survey. The New York Federal Reserve survey aims to gauge public perceptions and expectations regarding inflation and other economic indicators. Conducted regularly, it provides valuable insights into how Americans view economy and its trajectory. The most recent survey indicates that a significant portion of the population is concerned about the prolonged nature of high inflation. So let's look on high inflation a little bit more and a persuasive concern. So this survey results reveal that a substantial portion of the U.S. population is worried about the persistence of high inflation. This concern is not unwarranted, given the recent surge in prices for everyday goods and services. Americans have observed rising costs in areas such as housing, transportation, food, energy, and it's leading to a global sense of unease about their financial well-being, of course. So let's look at some of the factors contributing to high inflation. So to understand the concerns expressed in the New York Fed survey, it's crucial to examine the factors contributing to high inflation. Several elements are currently at play. Number one is the supply chain distributions, right? So there are a lot of disruptions because the COVID-19 pandemic disrupted global supply chains, leading to shortage of key components and materials. These disruptions continue to affect the availability of cost of goods. And then we have increased demand. So as the economy reopens and consumers regain confidence, there is a surge in demand for products and services. The rapid growth has coupled with supply chains and also has driven up prices for sure. There's also the fiscal and monetary policies. So the government's fiscal stimulus measures and the Federal Reserve's monetary policies have injected vast sums of money into the economy, increasing the money supply and potential contributing to the inflation for sure. There's also rising energy costs. So the spike in energy prices, particularly fuels the electricity, has had a cascading effort and it has affected transportation and production costs, right? So let's look on the impact on Americans. So the effects of prolonged high inflation are not felt uniformly across the American population. While some individuals may be better equipped to weather the storm, many others, particularly those who are living on fixed incomes and limited resources, are definitely struggling to make ends meet. You have eroding purchasing power. So high inflation also erodes the purchasing power of consumers, making it more expensive to buy the same goods and services. This results in decreased standard of living for many of our Americans. Now, there's also uncertainty for businesses. So for businesses, inflation brings challenges such as rising input costs and uncertainty about future price levels. The factors can affect their investment decisions and hiring plans. There's also potential policy changes. The concerns expressed in the survey could influence future policy decisions, including the Federal Reserve's approach to interest rates and inflation control. So let's look on the bright side. Let's look ahead at the results, right? Let's see what we can see for the foreseeable future. Let's look ahead. So the results of the New York Fed survey highlight the growing concern among Americans regarding high inflation. As inflation continues to be a significant economic issue, it will be crucial for policymakers, businesses, and individuals to monitor its trajectory and to adapt the changing economic landscape. Strategies such as diversifying investments, managing budgets, and advocating for responsible fiscal and monetary policies will be essential in navigating these challenging times. So, the latest New York Fed survey indicates that Americans are bracing for the long haul when it comes to high inflation. The reason behind this surge in prices are complex, but the impact is clear. It affects the livelihoods of many citizens as the nation grapples with these challenges. It's important for stakeholders to work together in finding solutions to ensure that the economic stability, right, and protect the financial well-being of all of our Americans.